So Billie Eilish has been saying some wacky things over the past couple of years or so. Like every time she does an interview, people really pay attention because they're like, what's she going to say next?
Mm-hmm.
And the big thing right now is she did the theme song for the new James Bond movie, No Time to Die, which comes out, I think, November 20th, I want to say. So the video's amazing, and her voice is so beautiful. It's, oh my God. Every time I see the video, I just get chills over and over. So she did an interview last year where she said that she likes to lick blood and eat jewelry and pennies. And her mom would be like, you must be iron deficient because she likes to lick jewelry and lick. Yeah, that's what she said.
That's real?
That she's always had a problem her whole life where, like, if her mom left out jewelry, she would put it in her mouth and, like, start chewing on it. So her mom brought her into the doctor and was like, I think she's iron deficient.
No, I think she's crazy. That's what that is.
I was always iron deficient, but that just meant that I ate more vegetables and things like that. I certainly didn't try to eat my mother's jewelry or pennies or something.
Yeah, that's a TV show where people eat toilet paper and things like that.
Right, My Strange Addiction. Yeah, put her on that.
Right, I eat pennies. That's what I eat. On this week's Strange Addiction, Billie Eilish. I like to eat pennies.
And my mother's jewelry, and I lick blood. So that was last year. So now she got on Instagram, and you're like, well, what now? So she's trying to get involved politically. I guess she was asked to do this. You'll hear what she says, and she'll explain it better than I can.
Hello.
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 Hello. Hello.
I wish
I was a baller.
that I didn't have to.
I wish I was a little bit taller.
I wish rabbit in a
I
hat.
really wish
Wish I had a girl in the hood. I would call her.
I wouldn't have to worry about any of this stuff. But
Yeah.
as much as I don't want to be involved in this fucking shit, as in politics and as in this election,
You don't have to do this.
I think it is
Nobody has a gun to
incredibly
your head.
important that we all involve ourselves, even if we'd rather stab ourselves in the face than talk about it. We need to talk about it. So I am here
It's a ringing endorsement.
talking about it. I have done a thing where if you text Billie to 50409,
You didn't do it.
it will figure out.
Yeah, your manager
if you're
did a thing.
registered
You
to
didn't do
vote,
it.
and if you are not, it will.
Yeah, Capitol
guide you
Records
through
did it.
all the
Right.
steps you're going to need to take to register yourself, get everything in order, and it's basically a pledge. Just because I think that I'm going to need a promise from a lot of you guys. Just please vote. It really, really matters.
Tell your
Promise me
face.
that you're going to vote. And pledge me this is a
If you're
pledge.
happy about this, definitely tell your
I
face.
wish I didn't have to do this.
But you're laughing at this, but
come to
you
this
saw
point
that
and it's
Kylie
really
Jenner
important.
came out and said you guys should register to vote, and like 125,000 people registered to vote.
And if you care about yourself, if you care about your friends and
Yeah.
racial injustices and climate change, then you gotta vote. Like there's no excuse at this point.
I'm glad she's doing
Stay
this.
safe, wear a mask, vote, and text Billie to 50409.
Yeah, I didn't vote when I was 18. Did you?
No.
Yeah, when I turned it, I didn't vote until I was an adult. Like, I did not vote when I was a kid.
I remember when I was 19, I think, and one of my friends, I said, let's go hang out tonight. And he said, no, I got to stay home and watch the debates. I'm like, why?
Right.
Why would you do that? Well, he goes, no, I care about our country. I'm like, no, we're going to a strip club.
Right.
We're not going to watch the debates. What are you out of your mind's eye? I didn't even, I thought I was way into my 20s before I even got involved.
What was the first election you voted in?
Clinton.
Me too. Bill Clinton. That was my first vote.
That was your first, mine too. So I was very happy about that because I don't know why I wanted Bill to win. I have no idea. I don't even remember who he was running against, but I think I wanted to vote for him because he played the saxophone on Arsenio Hall. That's the reason why I wanted to vote for him.
Because he was so folksy?
No, that he was cool. He he went on Arsenio Hall. He played the saxophone. He was in a band, kind of. He was cool. He wasn't the typical, white-haired grandpa guy running for president. He was different.
Well, he ran against Bush, and remember that was when the independent party was Ross Perot.
Right, and my buddy wanted Ross Perot. That's why he had a Ross Perot sticker on the back of his car. That's why he wanted Ross Perot. And I was like, I don't know who Ross Perot is. Ross Perot doesn't play an instrument. Bill Clinton plays an instrument, so I'm going to vote for him. Very shallow back then about who I wanted.
Yeah.
And the reason why.
Same, me too. Like it was something kind of charming about him, and I never cared about politics because I was a kid. Like I said, when I was 18, I didn't vote. I did not vote in college. It wasn't until I got out of college and I was like, all right, my friends were all voting, so I was like, fine, I'll vote.
Mm-hmm.
And because my parents were voting for Ross Perot, I was like, well, let me not do that.
Well, back then, though, there was no internet. We couldn't look it up. We only had to go by what our friends told us or what we saw on TV. And I was too busy hanging out playing in bands. I wasn't watching debates or anything on TV, so I don't know how I knew.
Oh, me neither. I just graduated college. I was bartending. I was sleeping with as many guys as I can find. And my friends were like, go vote for Bill Clinton. I was like, all right, why not? Why the hell not?
How do you do this voting thing? I don't know. I mean, is it going to take a lot of time?
Well, that was the thing. For me. I was like, oh, where do I go? How do I do this? And my mom was like, oh, the school across the street from you is where you vote. I was like, literally across the street from my apartment. Mm-hmm. She's like, yeah. I was like, all right, well, that's a no-brainer. I can certainly walk across the street for a vote. That doesn't sound like very much. I can certainly do that.
But I guarantee I wouldn't have stood in line. If there was a big line, I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, there's no lines in New York City. It's weird. I have never yet been to a polling place where there's a long line. Even when everybody was so excited to vote for Obama the first time, there was still no line because there were so many polling places.
In the South, there's some big lines. So I'm kind of worried about a month away, what it's going to be like.
But don't go after work. Just go in the middle of the day.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to vote beforehand. I want to do it on the day. I don't want to do absentee. I don't want to do mail-in. I want to do it on the day. I want to, because I didn't vote last time because we were in New York.
You didn't do absentee ballot there?
No.
Oh, I did.
No, so I didn't vote the last time around.
Oh.
I just watched you vote. That's right. That's all I did. So I didn't do it because I wasn't here. So this year I will do it.
In person.
In person.